This is actually the phone, you know. You're silly.
Yeah, no, I had to bring it, man. The props.
Like, who still has a teardrop phone?
Hi guys, I'm Joshua Allen.
Hi guys, I'm Shaun Sky, otherwise known as the Pilot. This is ABOE and we're going to break down candles.
So yeah, the concept of candles, it kind of stems from like a real situation. Me reconnecting with my cousin so authentically in Brixton, which was so important to like my journey as a man because we started music on the same day. We kind of took two different journeys, I guess, but we're still hustlers. We hustle in our own means. Something that's taken like from a real situation, this guy can always visually explain it and make it excel and translate it to like people so excellently. You get me?
Love, bro.
Honestly, that's real though.
My guy.
That's real stuff.
Obviously hearing the context behind it, obviously being close to Sky and understanding that, you know, them ones there where you'll be like, yeah, cuz I'll shout you cuz, innit? Like, link up cuz.
Facts.
And really and truly, you only really see them at grandma's birthday.
Facts.
Do you get me? Or someone's funeral. Unfortunately, be like that sometimes. And I think with everything that happened in like 2020, you kind of got to realize that, you know what, being there for your loved ones and, do you get me, reaching out and making sure that you value them with your time. It was this perfect timing with the making of candles.
This is actually my real cousin in the video. The person that I'm speaking about in the song, in the actual video, like the fourth wall is being broken down.
So it's the realest you ever wrote, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the realest. I can finally say that as my rapper tag. That's the realest song I ever wrote. To date, anyway. We loaded.
It was looking at how we're going to tell this story of two different worlds, but coming together in a parallel that people can see and just be like, what's going on here?
Like my cousin's side is super intense
From the jump.
given that like paradigm and juxtaposition, because like if you deep it, they're actually quite similar, but one seems to be a bit more intense, but we're just depicting or narrating two different scenarios simultaneously, and how, I don't know, people may perceive my side to be a bit more intense.
To be honest, because what's more intense, moving to a gal or having a fight?
So like technicalities, you can break down.
Technicalities, okay. So we're looking at two worlds and how we can actually show a parallel between the two worlds, right? I think we was inspired by A$AP Rocky and Skepta's Praise the Lord, and looking at how they did this whole dual worlds where you have, again, a juxtaposition of New York and London, and looking at the similarities between us to show that like there's not much that divides us. We're actually more alike than we actually think. And there's a particular shot where A$AP and Skepta are on the corner, and on that corner they're in different environments, but we're just isolated and we're just like, yo, how do we actually take this now and expand it? And then as well, like even being inspired by like MF Doom's Hello Governor, where he's got like the split screen, rest in peace MF Doom. Different formats we was looking at that was informing, do you know what I mean, the direction or the execution that we was going to take. And then from there we just got to writing.
With Josh, like Josh is actually like my everyday friend. That's my uncle, like literally. That's blood. Do you know what I mean? So when it comes to like how my mind works or anything, he knows about it. So when I'm writing a song, that's the first person that is played to instantly. Like the synergy and the relationship is, you feel me?
I say like friendship is the foundation, and like communication is like one of the essential ingredients, they say, to any good relationship, right? So like just even in those conversations that we have, like from a place of transparency, if you're not transparent, then like you can't really like pull the details and the depths from what it is that you're actually trying to communicate. So oftentimes I'll be like, I come up with an idea and this guy will be like, I was thinking the exact same thing, and it's just a back and forth on how we can enhance that and actually make it 10 times better. Do you know what I'm saying? Because like Sky said, when he's writing, he's already thinking visually. He's also already thinking about what that's going to look like when he's in a concert as well at the same time, because he's a well-rounded artist. So I just there to come on board to help him to see like his lyrics come to life. I was there to shoot. I know Sky pulls up to my yard in the flipping drop-top Bimmer.
Scared.
We're heading down now to, was it Aylesbury Estate? Now this is an estate in Elephant and Castle that they've actually been knocking down for like the past, I don't know, 10 years. But it's so big that it's taken so long. So we found a nice couple little locations on that estate where we could actually shoot on the corner.
Big up Rico, Action Reeks.
Yeah.
Big up Action Reeks. He done the recce beforehand, so we went to Camberwell. We had a corner that we wanted to use. It was a few discrepancies. It was a bit too tight. Like there was a lot of cars coming through. like the residents were coming in and out of the space. The first day of shooting was predominantly my day. We actually tried to cram the whole video shoot into one day. So there's two perspectives. There's actually my cousin's side and my side. So there's two videos that are essentially happening at the same time. So we tried to get that done all on the first day, but it ended up just being my side shot on the first day. It was super intense. Big up Specs, he came through with the boombox and the party, and the vibes were actually really high.
You know, it is when you're on set as well, you'll get nice little blessings that will come, whether that be a plane in the sky, obviously Sky being the pilot, whether that be pigeons even, we got the pigeons. But also like there's a part where like these dogs came in it.
Literally, yeah.
Some guys was walking through the ends with like his dogs, some big massive things. Like if you were shook of dogs, you definitely didn't want to be around these dogs.
Okay, let's stop. Like I remember with the post, I remember the first draft.
It's doo-doo.
It wasn't even doo-doo, but it was so intense, because the vibes was there in terms of the bounce of the cuts and the chops and the jump cuts was there, but for the video, it kind of got lost in translation because it was so heavily rhythmic.
It was.
It was so heavily rhythmic, so it had that beat, but I feel like the story got lost because it is so intense. There's a lot going on. You're watching two videos simultaneously at once. So I feel like that was a hurdle. That was the first hurdle. And then,
that was definitely a big hurdle. I think like especially on that first draft, it was like trying to put everything into the visual in accordance with what the treatment had already said, right? So in doing that, you're literally going through trying to get through the footage as quickly as possible, in order to fit it in within the 2 minutes and 30 seconds that Candles actually is. So like bringing that all together was a madness. Even now, like when you watch Candles, you actually have to watch it again and again and again.
Yeah, big up Josh on the edit, man.
But Sky was fully involved in that whole process as well. Do you get what I'm saying? So now when I'm editing it, I know that Sky is going to also add sound effects to it that is going to be exclusive for the music video itself. So through that as well, we're able to have conversations on that and chip in on, okay, cool, what sound effects should go here and so on and so forth. So it started to really take shape, even though you still have to watch it again to understand it. That's done on purpose.
This is techie.
Vulnerable.
This is techie, literally, like, but it's real life stuff, innit? Like, it's a thing where like there's a big grey area, with like men and women. So when it comes to like meeting new people, sometimes it's hard to interact with people, especially when it's come to a professional setting.
When there's cameras on as well.
And there's cameras on, so it's a thing where like we're trying to like promote like beautiful women always, like women in general, but for the visual, Lily was just perfect for this synopsis, right? So like there was a moment where we were meant to be dancing and I was kind of nervous because I was like, I don't know how to approach this with someone that's foreign outside in a professional setting, but she done an amazing job. Like she was so comfortable, so calming to be around, and I feel like that reflects in the visual because we looked like
a little couple still.
We look like a couple, respectfully. If there's any acting agents out there, please like let us know, because I'm super proud of my cousin. Like I'm super proud of him. I didn't expect him to have so much sauce. Like even the little movements are to big up Shaq each and every time. And I hope like he's inspired to like possibly get some acting jobs or something. Like
he was out of order, man. He was bloody great.
Literally everyone that came through and was acting done a great job.
This is actually the phone, you know. You're silly.
No, I had to bring it, man. The props.
Like who still has a teardrop phone? Like if you don't know about Shaun Sky, this guy actually has like a museum of
I got all my old phones. I feel like my favourite part was getting everybody together and that moment listening to that moment was actually crazy. We was dancing on the roads, like
on the block.
Every single day of the shoot, there was a moment of just like dancing.
For me, just seeing the vision come from a concept and actually being executed, like in real life, and actually seeing what was once an idea, then became a treatment, then became a whole music video, was amazing to see. And then externally from that, at the screening, seeing Shaq just completely blown away by the love and him actually being able to see the fullness of that project coming together. Tips to directors, I would say always interrogate your why, like your purpose. Why is it that you're doing what you're doing? And when you're taking that as a mindset into everything else that comes your way, that will actually start to inform what it is you're doing, so that it's not just an aesthetically pleasing piece. However, on the contrary, it's steeped in meaning, whether that be from a minimal perspective or in depth. Like, there's always a reason why you're doing what you're doing. Otherwise, what are you doing?
I feel like purpose and integrity is super important. Being true to self is super important. The relationship that you have with a director is imperative. If you're making music, I would hope that it comes from a genuine place. One thing that I've learned for myself that I would like to share is like being vulnerable. It's okay to be yourself. Like
it's okay to not be cool.
It's okay to not be cool. Like, have fun. Trust. Like, it doesn't matter sometimes if you're looking like a neek. Like, if you feel good at that moment, do your thing, man. Shake a leg. Do you know what I'm saying? Make sure you provide vibes to the people and give thanks.
So, I'm Joshua Allen.
What's going on, people? I'm Shaun Sky.
This has been the video breakdown for Shaun Sky's Candles
on ABOE.
Family. Okay, cool. So we got something for the ABOE family.
Come on.
When that chips, you're here. Hello, Andrew.
I was going to say, these are the first people to bring us presents.
Come on.
Yeah,
First time, you know.
Nah, look, this is not from Sky, because you know Sky's about his hydration, and you know he ain't gonna be
Trust me.
trying to get you lot in any of this stuff. But I'm trying to get you lot in the
Maggie,
mood.
2 bullets of Magnum, you know what
Come
I'm
on.
saying?
They just need to drink
2
responsibly.
bullets.
Yeah.
Drink responsibly.
Stay hydrated.
On the vibes.
Alright, and then cool. Outside of that, now you lot gonna have to split this, but this is what we call a
Healthy.
candy apple.
Healthy
Candy
settings.
Custard apple.
It's green, you know. It's gonna be see-through.
Broski, you see how they already put this?
It's protected. It comes with a protected shield.
I found out about this in flipping quarantine, bro. Big up Kalila again,
What does it
the
taste like?
nutritionist.
Bruv, it's mad.
You're gonna have to split this though.
Split.
I don't
Same,
mind.
man.
It's the new
Thank you
fruit,
very much.
fam. It's the Mewtwo of fruits.
Green screen, don't shake me.
You have to eat that with a spoon.
Season 2, we back, baby.
Come on.
Drinking Magnum and eating candy apples and breaking down videos for your head top. You see me?
We in LA. Literally rolling in chips in my 6-4. Get me.